I say the word semen retention, celibacy, benefits to the physical, mental, perhaps could uplift a man out of poverty. What do you think about that?
Testosterone.
What's going on? Hail. Can I ask you guys a question?
What's the question?
About celibacy. No, oh, no way. He just sped up. The guy sped up as soon as he heard it. I guess I'll go to sleep by myself, crying myself to sleep. Hey, sir, what's going on? Can I ask you a question? All right, fair enough, man. Have a good one. How do you feel about celibacy, right? And the idea of undertaking the practice of celibacy for mental, physical, spiritual benefits and whatnot? Guys, there's a world, right? Just like this one, where the summit of the accomplishments and the achievements of men are judged by the amount of women and children and physical belongings they have, right? This is a world of the past. This is a world steeped in tradition, reinforced by antiquity. Today, we're gonna sort of challenge that. We're gonna see, well, not directly really, or indirectly to some degree, we're gonna try to find out more about this whole celibacy thing, right? We're gonna see what people are thinking about in regards to celibacy and undertaking it as some form of benefit to themselves, some development to themselves, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, comment, subscribe. Guys, we're gonna get right into it. We are in the Lower East Side. They remodeled this park. This park used to have a tennis court, like a couple of them, 3 or 4. Now it's just become some football field. Europeans, you know, I'm paying a dodge to your sport, so you guys need to give me some credit. Anyway, we're gonna see who we could talk to about this whole celibacy. Hey guys, can I ask you guys a question? Sorry. You guys busy? Okay, fair enough. Nice coat. I like that. Can I ask you a question, sir? Musician? Fair enough. All right. We're off to a good start, guys. We're off to a great start. Anyway, I used to play a lot of tennis here once upon a time back in my old days. I knew about semen retention. I was practicing it in increments, but I thought I was pretty good at tennis. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was pretty good. Hey, Dad, how are you? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Sure, it's safe, I promise you.
Okay.
It's a question sort of antithetical to what you have going on here. How do you feel about celibacy, right? And the idea of undertaking the practice of celibacy for mental, physical, spiritual benefits and whatnot?
Well, I'm married, so it would probably be a decision that I'd have to consult with my family.
A collaborative thing. You wouldn't just, go off the deep end and do it.
I don't think so, no.
Okay, but have you heard of the idea of undertaking celibacy as some sort of benefit to the physical body?
Well, that's an ancient Chinese thing. Yeah, totally. People would do that and say, like, if you ejaculate, that's like
you're losing your energy
losing your
or whatever.
Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, in Buddhism, they have like the noble eightfold path, and one of that is chastity, right? So, and in many other religions and groups of thought, they talk about how celibacy could sort of help with enlightenment to some degree. Succinctly put, development of the physical, the mental. It's interesting, I find, that in all religions, they sort of disagree with each other in terms of all these little things like, oh, the age of consent is this, and oh, you shouldn't even get married or this. But they all sort of agree to the same point when it comes to celibacy. Would you, I don't know, I mean, one day, right, would you think about undertaking that journey, that practice of celibacy?
I don't think so, no.
No, not at all.
No, I don't think
Even if you were promised that there would be some sort of benefit. We have many people in history that tried it. Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi did that.
I'm Catholic. I know the priests take a vow of celibacy as well, but
that went a little south.
But the lay people are supposed to get married and procreate. So
okay, fair enough. So you wouldn't. That's not even in your peripheral. That's not even in the idea.
I would say that I don't know. Like, I feel like I haven't experienced negative impacts of not taking celibacy. So I'm not incentivized in any way to change my behavior.
Fair enough. I'll be quick because I feel like you guys want to take a walk.
Yeah.
For men mainly, when they are not chaste for some period of time, they tend to get a little weaker. Like physically they get a little more debilitated. Mentally they're a little slow. In boxing, they talk a lot about release. I'm just gonna keep it a little PG.
Okay.
If you release, you become a little weaker. You're not gonna hit as harder. Your stamina goes down. Of course, Gandhi he claims that the whole idea of prodding Winston Churchill to let go of his grip on India was due to his staunchness of celibacy. And
so why are you asking anyway?
Yeah.
I'm just curious because the channel, I have a YouTube channel. I talk about it mainly, and I basically sort of promote it in terms to, of getting physical benefits, mental benefits for men. And me, myself, I've been on the practice for a year, and it's been helping me loads. Yeah. So I just want to see what other people think.
The women in South Korea are swearing of having
the
sex with
4B
men.
movement.
So
yes.
I support that.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Well, I won't take up too much of your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, see you guys.
What's your YouTube channel?
Sombra del Piso. It's Spanish. Sombra del Piso.
Okay.
If you remember. All right. Anyway, we got an interesting answer, really. I try to posit it in the best way possible. But if you're trying to promote this whole lifestyle to men that's already in that category of not even being able to practice celibacy, then I think we're just wasting our time, really, right? So that's why I do these things, because we have to get out on the street and try to figure out what the general thoughts are surrounding celibacy. Is it scary? Is it intimidating? Is it some sort of oppressive ghost of some sort of the traditions past? I'm just trying to figure it out, man. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I think it's helpful. I mean, we know this. I wouldn't have made a whole bunch of videos talking about celibacy if it wasn't helpful in some degree. I like these. This is New York, generally. If you are thinking about undertaking, a monumental task like this, you're gonna reach opposition. Like, how you doing, sir? Can I ask a question? Okay, fair enough. We're not even getting responses today. We're not even getting responses. It's like I'm a ghost. This is good. I'm like a ghost, a specter. What's going on, man? How are you? Can I ask you a question?
What?
Okay, what do you think about celibacy, man? I say the word semen retention, celibacy, benefits to the physical, mental, perhaps could uplift a man out of poverty. What do you think about that?
Testosterone.
Huh?
Testosterone, the medicine.
Testosterone, okay. Fair enough, all right. Thank you. I never even heard of that, testosterone. I don't know. You guys in the comment section, you tell me what that is. I never even heard of it. When you get to the heart of a topic, you have to sort of entertain various opinions about that topic. Hey guys, can I ask you guys a question?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Lovely neighborhood, man. Well, we definitely picked the right spot. I feel like out of all the rejections that we're gonna get, I think that the few that answer, we're gonna get like gems of an answer, right? Gems of information and knowledge. We know that generally it's the healthy way to go. Generally, you will get stronger, but I feel like a lot of this information, these facts that are online are sort of anecdotal. And I don't think that people are, even if we had like pure-back studies that celibacy somehow would be like some benefit to the vessel, right? I don't think that a lot of people would fall onto it, right? Or get into the practice. Hey man, how you doing? Can I ask you a question? Okay, fair enough. Nobody, listen, I might as well be a ghost, man. I'm telling you, no one. We only got one family to talk to us so far, thus far. Hello, guys. How are we doing? Can I ask you a question? Okay, fair enough. Have a good afternoon. Oh, all right. We're just getting either we don't exist or we're just getting like waves. What's going on, guys? Afternoon. You guys look intellectual. Can I ask you a question?
We're good.
Yeah.
Fair enough. How about you guys? There was a thing. It's no one. Hey, guys. What's going on? Can I ask you guys a question? Please, ¿hablas inglés? ¿Español? ¿Algo? No one's speaking to us, man. This is crazy. I love this, though. This is so interesting. I think it's testament to what this, what life is. You know what I mean? What life is, really. But don't let this discourage you. Guys, do not let this discourage you at all. I think if you guys have your own personal, private pursuits of any sort, do not let this showcase of apprehension and ignorance scare you. Please, you guys got to go out and get some answers. Whatever questions you may have. Hey guys, what's going on? Hail. Can I ask you guys a question?
What's the question?
About celibacy. No. Oh, no way. He just sped up. The guy sped up as soon as he heard it. It's nuts. Can I ask you a question? Please, for the YouTube channel. No way. It's a photographer. They always have time. What's going on, sir? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you stopped. It's about celibacy.
Okay.
If I told you celibacy could help with benefits, like physical benefits for your body, mental benefits, probably tap into some creative latent powers that you may have, would you undertake it?
For how long?
Generally, it's 3 months, right? What if, hypothetically? What would you say?
I don't know. I think I've done that already.
You tried it, or what happened? What were the results?
I mean, there was other factors going on in my life where that wasn't the only health experiment. or
Okay.
whatever.
Were you experimenting with diet or
Diet,
eating less?
sleeping, and waking up early with sunrise and whatever consistently. Like there's a bunch of different variables going on.
Okay.
So all of those things kind of felt good and effective in different ways.
Including celibacy.
Yeah, but I can't like say that was the one thing that might have helped.
Based on all the
I mean,
other
there was
variables.
also no good option to get my dick wet at the time. So, you know,
Right.
it was partly circumstance allowed it to be easy in a way.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it wasn't in New York.
So fair enough, fair enough. There's a lot. So I talk about this stuff on my channel. I yell at people like, yo, you guys got to be celibate as long as you can because it gives you all these physical benefits, mental benefits. Me, myself, I've been celibate for a year. Living in New York, right? I didn't...
I think you'd be more effective with maybe trying to convince people who are just jerking off to porn all the time to chill out on that, as opposed
Right.
to avoiding women. There's a definite benefit to being around women. Our testosterone levels go up or whatever.
100%, but there's also, you get that same effect when you're celibate for a week, by the way. Your testosterone levels double.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
Peterback study.
yeah.
And so I talk about, judge based off that study and all the anecdotal evidence out there, I sort of promote, guys, try to go on it for longer. Stay away from
But isn't
pornography,
that
which I
like-
talk about.
Isn't that like your brain trying to tell you, like, yo, go procreate? Kind of like when, you know, when a weed plant is grown and
Yeah.
the females aren't around a male, they just overproduce the THC and overproduce the
100%.
THC.
But I'm saying this, I mean, we're a little more sentient than plants. And I think that following the biological imperative.
I don't know.
We are,
We
seriously.
do some dumb
I feel-
shit that plants don't do.
because we tend to follow, you're right, wage war, you know, I
mean,
feel
they
that.
kind of do resource wars apparently.
Uh-huh.
Like there's some aerial footage of trees like only swaying together with their own homies.
That's-
They're
are you
territorial.
serious?
Yeah, they're territorial.
Wow.
They got feelings. They just don't have a mouth to yell at us.
Right. Okay. Well, I forgot what I was going to tell you, but generally, what I was going to say is that if we follow our biological imperative, right, we
Yeah.
get into a lot of trouble. Like if we, say,
I don't know.
sow
I don't know.
seeds
If everyone's
everywhere.
busy fucking. No one's bombing anyone.
Yeah, but then again, we'll be very, very
It's
stagnant.
a very. Oh,
It's true. We'll be stagnant
Yeah,
as a society. I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
everything
For sure.
that the society is built on has been due to the efforts of chaste men that have sort of focused that sexual energy into creating something for the general good. So I say that we're a little stagnant in terms of real innovation. Sure, we got
Did you see
iPhones,
that movie about
but we're not getting anywhere. I think.
the guy who did the atomic bomb project.
Oppenheimer, yes.
Yeah. So they.
I know of
sort-
him, I didn't watch the
They
movie.
sort of alluded to the sexual promiscuity of the scientists, but barely. If you read books about it, they were fucking around on base in between making shit.
And then they created one of the most dangerous, catastrophic weapons
it was
in our
nuts. It was
society.
nuts. Absolutely.
Yeah, that
But-
only one country used.
But
By the way, FYI.
yeah, history's not over. Stupid things can happen
Still
again.
I'm not saying up to date.
Yeah, for now it's been insane. Anyways, I gotta go.
Thank
It's
you.
been a
Thank you
pleasure.
so much.
Good luck with your project.
Yeah. Okay, so we learned what's going on, guys. We learned. I'm good. We learned so much, a little, right? He said, I try to promote the mental benefits. All right, you're celibate, you can get a little smarter. But he said even the guys that created the atomic bomb, right, that were responsible for the Manhattan Project, were splurging and splashing and dipping and dapping. I think that they created a catastrophic weapon. You can't give something of a weapon of mass destruction, the controls of which, to animals like us, people that have not tapped into our higher realms of thought, right? I don't know, man. At least we got a little bit of feedback from that guy. That was pretty good. Let's see what else we can learn about celibacy from the public. Hey, sir, what's going on? Can I ask you a question? All right, fair enough. Have a good day. Having mental and physical benefits are not exclusive to one practice, right? You can just, I don't know, you could splurge and splash and just have no sort of sexual control, and then you could still come out with very, very powerful projects. Sure, but I don't think it'll be helpful, and I don't think that it's going to be truly innovative and good for society as a whole. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to stick by that. Let's see who else we could ask. Hey, what's going on? You look like a sharp intellectual that has read plethora of books. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Yes, we got him. What do you think about if I told you that if you started to be celibate now, right, for like 3 months, you would get all these physical, mental benefits, you'd be able to pull yourself out of whatever creative rut that you possibly are not in right now, and you'd be producing great works, the likes of the Bronte sisters or Shakespeare or something. What would you undertake it? Would you stop everything that you're doing now to
Just 3 months?
3 months, yeah, sure. And then perhaps if you do get success, results at the end of 3 months, perhaps you'll, elongate
Just continue.
it.
Oh.
How do you feel? Would you undertake that?
Dude, I mean, if I'm earning a ton of money and producing beautiful art, hell yeah.
Okay. The thing is, a lot of things will change, right? You're not being like super promiscuous, you're not sleeping around.
Yeah.
But you're generally like a bit more reclusive, right? Writing some stuff. Right, as a person, your whole personality will shift. It's not just, doing away with sex. Everything's changing.
You're becoming a boring person. Is that what you're saying?
More routine-like person, not necessarily boring. Right? Would you undertake that?
I mean, again, for 3 months? Yeah, but I'd like to get my old personality back after that,
What if at the end of this 3 months, hypothetical situation increased now, you have like a whole different group of friends. You learned a lot about yourself that you otherwise wouldn't have got access to if you were, remaining in your previous state. And you have a whole bunch of works behind you. You have an anthology of books. I don't know. You are a videographer. You're I don't know. Your name is just sort of getting out there, right? Would you?
Look, I mean,
regret the choice you made?
If I discovered sides of myself that I hadn't known before, and I feel good about it, then yeah, why not?
Okay. What if I told you it's true? What if I told you that if you started that, right? I'm not necessarily giving you 3 months and it'll happen, but eventually, if you continue on that route of celibacy, you would get a lot of physical, mental benefits, positive results, right? Would you undertake it?
Would I undertake it then?
Yeah.
Potentially. Tell me, what are you going to tell me about it?
So, okay, generally, peer back study, there's like a couple surrounding this whole thing. But if you happen to be celibate for a week, that means no release of any sort, your testosterone levels double. On my channel, I like to yell about, guys, you gotta be celibate. We gotta retain our force.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, on my channel at least. But the thing is, I'm afraid of being poisoned by an echo chamber. Right, so I want to go out into the world, sort of like what Siddhartha did, right? And just sort of ask questions to the public about.
Live right now?
No, this is a camera. No, it's not live. No, it's not live. But I just want to sort of find out the general sentiment of the public surrounding this, what they think about people that are celibate. I know that it's sort of been tinged, with in the Catholicism, with the priests and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I just want to know what people think about celibacy generally.
It's not a bad concept, to each their own. That's what I'm thinking.
Have you ever practiced it at all in your life?
Man, for sure. For stretches.
Okay. How were you feeling during those stretches?
I honestly don't mind.
And it was no release whatsoever.
What do you mean? Talking about masturbation? Probably there was. God
damn it! Yeah. We talk about the whole thing like there's nothing going out.
I mean, I did do that for a month. I feel like it wasn't too bad after a while. It's kind of like smoking cigarettes or something, where it's hard the first 2 weeks, and then at some point you're like, I can actually live without this. Right.
Okay, so last thing.
Okay, last question.
Sorry, because I know I'm keeping you here. So you would say that getting on a practice, celibacy is not so much of a radical concept, but it's just something that the body has to get sort of attuned to, and then eventually, it'll just be like a normal state.
I think it's more like a psychological thing. A lot of these habits work like that, right?
Right.
You're used to doing it. I mean, smoking a cigarette feels nice in that particular moment, just like masturbation does. But then if you don't have it for an extended time, you kind of forget about it.
Right, exactly. Just like, sex and masturbation.
Yeah.
Like that. All right, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping.
Yeah.
The best. Have a good one. All right, we got some good information right there. We got some great information, right? He was giving me some answers, and then, I just got inspired to ask some more questions. And we sort of realized, right, that celibacy can be seen as some sort of habit, essentially. It is a habit, but it's like a muscle. It's like something that the body sort of adapts to. It's almost like learning how to swim or learning how to play tennis. The more you practice this stuff, the better you're going to be at enacting it. Let's see if we could ask a couple more